God says, you know what? That's a little too big. That's a little too big. So what I need you to do is I need you to separate the groups of men like this. I want you to tell them all go get water. Go to the water. And you're going to separate them by the ones that lap like a dog and the ones that get on their knees. And the ones that lap like a dog, those are the ones I want you to keep. And the ones that get on their knees, I want you to tell them they can go home. Okay, God. All right. I think I got that. I think I got it. And he only ended up with 300.
Wow, wow, wow.
Spartans! 300. That's all he had. 300. Now think about this. He started with 32.
Yeah.
He went down to 10,000. And now he's at 300.
Wow, wow, wow.
You know what his odds are? His odds are 450 to 1. Now, 450 of they men need to be taken out by one man.
By one man. Wow, wow.
Look at those odds.
Lord.
450 need to be taken out by one.
Jesus.
Boy, that movie 300 was good.
You gotta work. Do some work.
You gotta work. And so God does this, and he does this because he says, I don't want them to think that they did it.
All right.
I don't want them to think that they did it. And so God tells him, because see, God has been proven to Gideon so much already. He's been proven and proven and proven. Now he says, to solidify everything, he says, now go down, basically go down to your enemy's camp, sit in, listen to what they got to say. Now this is the crazy thing about this story. Now I don't understand how the Midianites and all the alliances got afraid, because the army size on the other side was only 300. And they had over 135,000.
Jesus.
But when he went to their camp, they were afraid. They were already afraid. Some of them having dreams of how the Midianites was going to lose and how they was going to get killed and how they was going to get defeated by the children of Israel. And they were saying, we were going to die because the Lord is with them.
Wow, wow. Powerful God.
It speaks volume when you have only 300 and they're afraid of you when you have 135,000. Where's the power coming from? So he goes in, he hears it, that boosts him up, make him feel really good at that point. Now he's really set.
Yeah.
He's good to go. Make a long story short, they win, and it was in one of the most awkward ways. At midnight, he sends a troop over, 100 troop over this way, sends 100 on that end, and he has 100. And they basically sound the horns. And they say, the Lord and the Israelites are fighting for the Lord. And what happens is a miracle. Because those men, once they heard those horns and that, they got scared. They woke up out of their sleep. They were killing each other.
Wow, wow, wow.
They started killing each other. And they killed each other to the point that they gave the Israelites the victory.
Yes, 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 yes.
Now, I want to go back again to where I first started from. The theme, the title of my message was Unleashed. Well, how is that your title? Well, think about it. If Gideon would have never taken on the power of God that was inside of him, they would have never won this battle.
Amen, amen, amen.
If he would have never understood that the power that was on the inside of him was greater than what he could even imagine, they would have never won this battle.
Amen, yeah.
So why are you wearing your superhero shirts on today? Because I want you to realize that what you see of yourself is not what God sees of you.
All right.
Because God sees what's on your shirt right now.
Yeah.
God sees that superhero. God sees that superhero that is inside of you. But the challenge is to get you to see it.
Yeah.
Because we can't see what's on the inside of us, so we are challenged. We are challenged. Our flesh kicks in saying we can't do it. We can't start this business. We can't be successful. We can't do these things because of what our flesh is telling us.
Yes.
But the challenge is what's on the inside of you. So the challenge of what I did today, or what you did today, is I want you to look at your shirt. And I did that on purpose because I want y'all to see sometimes we wear this as our flesh. And it's covering up what's inside of us.
All right.
We always putting on something to cover up the power that God has placed inside of us. So sometimes we need to just take it off. And show what's on the inside, and let what's on the inside show the world who has empowered us, and let them know that you can't stop the superhero that's within inside of me.
Strong and mighty.
That's good, son.
Because I am powerful because of the God that's connected to me. You can't stop me. You can't stand in front of me. You can't stand in my way, because I know what I have on my shirt, and I know who's within inside of me. So you can't stop me.
Amen. Wow.
So look at your shirts. Y'all ain't just wear them to just be, oh, I look good in my Superwoman shirt today. No, I want you to do is take what's on your shirt and recognize the power that you see on those movies with those people. It's greater. Now the power that you have inside of you is greater than what's on your shirt. Because the power that you have inside of you is the power from the Almighty. So there's no need to fear. There's no need to be afraid.
Amen.
Because there's nothing that can stand in your way. Nothing that can stop you.
My God.
Nothing that can come against you and tell you that you gonna fail. Because you won't. Because of who you're connected to.
Glory to God. Yes. Lord.
And let me get back to this threshing floor and this wine press, because this blew me away this morning. I told you I was going to come back to it. So think about this. We talk about Gideon, right? He started doing all this work in a wine press. And I gave y'all hints left and right about this. But think about this. So in Gideon's mind,
Come on, sir.
I want y'all to think of Gideon's mind as that wine press. See, he couldn't see beyond this wine press.
My God.
He couldn't do any greater beyond this wine press. Sometimes we isolate ourselves and we're so narrow-minded that we can't see beyond what God wants us to see.
Preach, man.
See, we get stuck in this little bitty tile. I'm just going to use this tile as an example. I get stuck in this tile and I'm afraid to step forward. I'm afraid to look around and make a step to open up and expand what God has seen inside of me. So I can't step out because I'm afraid to see it. I'm afraid to take a step. I'm afraid. I say if I take a step, I don't know what's going to happen. I'll get close to the edge, but I don't know if I step out that, if God's going to have my back. I don't know if I can do it.
Come on, you're saying something. Come on.
But God says, why is he in a wine press when I told him to be in a threshing floor? Open space. He said, why have you limited yourself to just this little wine press when I've opened you up to a thresh floor?
My God.
My God, you preaching, man. Unleash.
Don't hold back the potential that God has inside of you. Because what you see on your shirt is inside of you. And it's greater. But we can't just stay in this box like Gideon. I'm just going to do my job in this wine press. Even though I know this job is not supposed to be done here. But I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid. I don't want to step out. I know God is with me, but, you know, just because he's with me don't mean I can step out the box.
My.
The God you serve is greater than this.
Yes, yes. He's bigger. He's bigger.
And so God is challenging us to use that power that we have.
Yes, yes.
Use the power.
Yes.
This is the time. This is the hour.
That's
But
right.
we want to get in this little bitty box.
Come on.
And you
These
preaching
nice
good
four
this morning.
walls like this church. Nice four walls.
Yes.
Jesus.
I got nice four walls right. Yep. I can't go nowhere. This is pretty good for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to go any further because if I
Jesus.
no, I can't do it. I don't want to challenge myself in school because if I challenge myself, then they're going to expect more from me.
Come on.
If I do good on my job and they tell me that I'm doing a really good job, they're going to expect
More.
I don't know if I can handle that more, so I'm just going to stay right where I am.
You saying
So
something.
the power that's inside of me, God, that you've given me, I'm just going to hold on to it.
Ha.
I'm going to hoard it.
Ha. They're in the
I'm going to hoard this power that you've given me because I just want to be in this safe place.
Jesus.
And God is saying, I just need you to take a step. So we'll hover over it.
temple. You saying something.
Wow.
It looks good. I'll hover.
Wow.
But we're no, I can't do it. That's just a little.
Come on, help us. Help us. Help us.
It's right in the line.
Yeah, that's just a little too big. Of
Yes, yes,
I don't
yes.
know. I think I should head back that way
Yes.
because the challenge this way is just a little too much than I can see. But God, you're challenging me beyond what I can see, but I really don't want to see what you see because if I see what you see, it's gonna take me forward. So I'll just go back
Wow. That's good, man.
Lord,
Help us.
because that's just too much, God.
Jesus.
So I can't do it. And God is saying, all I want you to do is just take that step.
Take it.
Hallelujah.
Take it.
And the challenge is us taking the step. God is going to expand us, but we don't want to be expanded because we don't want the challenge.
Mercy. Set us free.
And the challenge is for us to be expanded to do more for God. And we say all the time, I want to do more for you, God. I want to do all this for you. And God says, just take a step.
Let's take a
No,
step.
God,
Jesus.
I'm good.
Mercy.
I'm Millie Rock right here. Chill right here. I'm good. And God is saying, just take the step.
Take it.
Yes,
Take it.
yes.
Because I called you out of the wine press into the threshing floor, God.
Come on.
Woo. Help us, Lord.
I've called you into that open space.
Yes.
But all we can see is the wine press. So we stay confined, and God's saying, go into the open space.
Unleash your name. Yes. Thank you. Lord.
Jesus.
Because I'm calling you to expand.
Yeah.
So how can I expand you? How can I give you greater power if you're not going to step up to the challenge?
Yeah.
Ah.
Jesus.
And that's what Gideon was facing.
Jesus.
My God.
From the beginning of the story, that's why I had to ask the question, hold up, why is he in a wine press doing the job that you're supposed to be in an open space with?
Wow. Help us, Lord God. Woo.
Wow.
Jesus.
That's good, man.
Ah.
So my challenge for you today is
Jesus.
get out of your wine press
Uh-huh.
and unleash what God has had inside of you.
Yeah.
Because God has so much inside of you, but he is wanting you to step out and take the challenge.
Yeah.
He wants to empower you because he see it just like he saw in Gideon. I saw what you did not see.
Wow.
He didn't speak to Gideon where he was.
Come
No.
on, sir.
He spoke to him where he knew he already could be.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's like me speaking to the Green Bay Packers right now and saying, y'all gonna lose. I know you don't want to hear that, right? You don't want to hear that. But and I don't know if they lost last, if they lost started getting down on themselves, why would I speak to where they are
Come on.
instead of where they should be? Because if I speak to where they are, then of course they're going to get down on themselves. But if I speak to where I want them to be,
Yeah.
then they will know they have the victory.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Lord.
My. Wow.
So that's your challenge today. Is take on the challenge that God has placed inside of you. The power that God has inside of you. Use it. Use it.
Jesus.
Use it. Because God has given you power.
Yes, yes. Amen. Amen.
Now it's up to us to use that power.
Yes.
And stop being scared
Nobody
and
gonna do
afraid
that. Come
to
on
expand.
now. Come on. Glory.
Because there's a lot that God has for us to do. We hear prophecies. We get all that. And then all of a sudden we're like, hold up, wait a minute. I don't know if I can do all that. You know, but it sounds good to hear like, oh yeah, you're going to have multiple businesses. You're going to have your own house. You're going to own it. You're going to pay it off in 10 years. But then you got to think about all the work you got to do to get all that done. And the challenge is dealing with all the work to get it done. And the other thing I want y'all to see is Gideon wasn't sitting on his behind when God came and challenged him.
Come on now. Come on
That's
now.
good. That's good.
He was
Gideon wasn't just sitting, hey,
working.
hey,
He was in the wrong place.
hey, what's up? How you doing? Hey, how you doing? And God just came, hey, Gideon. You're a mighty man. You're a mighty hero. Hold up, wait a minute, God. Why would God call anybody
Standing still.
sitting and doing nothing
Come on
and say,
now.
I want you to do more,
Woo.
and I want you to be the mighty man I called you to be, but you ain't doing nothing?
Jesus.
That's a challenge.
Yes.
Because God's not looking for people who sit and doing nothing.
All right. All right.
As much as people want to sit and do nothing, God's not looking for them.
Come on now.
I'm being straight
Yeah,
up.
God.
So if you ain't doing nothing, I advise you to do something if you want God to use you.
All right. Amen.
Because God's not looking for people sitting on their behind saying, God, come use me. Here I am. I'm a willing servant. I've been standing here for about 7 days. Haven't moved and done anything, God. And I want you to use me. I won't move until you move me and use me, God. And that's what people be doing.
Yeah.
Because they're expecting God to move them. And God's saying, I want you to move. And then I use. He's not looking for people who are sitting doing nothing.
Wow.
So expand yourself. Use the power that's within inside of you. And watch God do greater. Watch God expand you. Watch God just do great things. Watch God do the things that you wanted him to do when you were sitting doing nothing. Watch him do it while you're doing something.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Watch him.
Hallelujah.
I'm speaking from my own experience. Sometimes I'll be sitting, I'll be like, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I was sitting, I'll be doing nothing. I mean, God, you should be doing something. Like, come on. I got this word. Work. Do something. And I ain't doing nothing. I ain't taking no steps trying to get a new job. I ain't taking no steps trying to get a new car. I ain't taking no steps trying to go back to school. I ain't taking no steps trying to save to get a house. But I want God to move. I want God to do all this stuff for me because I heard God, you spoke it, you gave me the word, but I'm just going to stand here and not do anything. And God said, what? Do you think I'm stupid?
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Why would I give you something and you ain't doing nothing? And then I'm going to give it to you, and what you going to do?
Nothing.
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 Good word.
So that's why he challenged you to do something.
Yes.
Unleash.
And I'm done. You can stand on your feet.
Wow. Wow.
I told y'all I wasn't going to be long.
Wow.
But unleash the power that's within inside of you. Because God has given you
Right.
that superpower that's in you. So challenge yourselves.
Wow.
You got it, don't you?
Challenge yourself not to stay in the same place.
Jesus.
Challenge yourself to not keep challenging God and telling God you can't do what He already knows you can do.
Thank you, Lord.
That's the challenge today. To tap on the intentional power that God has inside of you and expand yourself to greater. Because we all have greater in us.
Yes, yes, yes.
But are we willing to use the greater is the challenge. So I ask you, close your eyes. And I want you to just begin to think in the areas that you may have been challenged and you're like, I just don't know. I'm worried. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I'm capable. I don't know if I have the drive, the desire. I don't know. But I want you to really think about those things right now, and I want you to just release it and let God have it. And if you want someone to touch and agree with you about those situations, I'd ask that you would just come forward. I invite you to come forward to the altar. Because we have those challenges. We have those things that we're facing, and sometimes we can't